Welcome to the Amaretti Test Kitchen. I'm Michelle, and today we're going to be making eclairs with Amaretti's Madagascar bourbon vanilla extract and syrup. Let's get started. The first step is making our pastry cream. To do that, we're going to add 2.5 cups of milk, sugar, and salt, and we'll simmer that over medium heat until all the sugar is dissolved. In a separate bowl, we're going to whisk together the rest of the milk, our egg yolks, cornstarch, and flour. Now that we're done whisking, we're going to temper the eggs by pouring some of the hot mixture in with the cold mixture. We temper the eggs to prevent the eggs from cooking from the hot milk. Once you've poured about half your liquid in, you'll want to get your strainer and pour the rest of your egg mixture back into the hot pot to strain out any of the egg clumps that may have happened. Bring to a boil and stir constantly until mixture thickens. Once your mixture is thickened, you can put it in another bowl and add your butter, your syrup, and the Madagascar bourbon extract. Whisk together all the ingredients until the butter is melted. Once the butter's melted, you can put your plastic wrap over it, making sure that it's touching the surface of the cream to prevent a film from forming while it's in the fridge. The next step is to make your dough, which is called pâte à choux. To make your pâte à choux, you're going to bring to a boil your water, butter, and salt. Now that it's boiling, we'll remove it from the heat and we'll add all the flour and stir vigorously until it's smooth. Once it's smooth, you're going to return it to the heat and stir it for a couple more minutes until all the lumps are gone. Remove the pâte à choux from the heat and let it sit until it's cool to the touch. Now that your dough is ready, you can add the eggs one at a time. Don't forget to scrape your bowl to make sure everything's being mixed evenly and that there's no clumps. Your pâte à choux will be completely smooth once you add the last egg. Now that our pâte à choux is done, we can put it in our pastry bag and pipe our shells. You'll want to leave enough space for each shell to puff up about 2 to 3 times the size that it is when you pipe it. Put your shells in the oven at 350 for 30 minutes or until they're golden brown. The pastry cream is cool. Now we're going to whip up the whipped cream to incorporate in with the pastry cream to stabilize it. Once everything's incorporated, you can put it in a piping bag. Now we're going to make our chocolate topping. To do so, we're just heat up some cream. Once your cream is simmering, you can just pour it on top of your chocolate and whisk it until it turns into a sauce. Once you cut open your shells, you're ready to fill them and top them. I filled the piping bag to keep my mess to a minimum. Finally, you can top your shells with the chocolate topping that we made. Thank you for joining us. For this recipe and more, visit amarettiblog.com, or if you'd like to see a particular product being used, email us at blog@amaretti.com. Thank you.
Thanks for joining us today. Below you can find a link to our store as well as recipes developed in the Amaretti Test Kitchen. If you want to see our previous recipe, click the video to the right. Also check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for more information, or updates, or whatever you want. Oh, and don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel.
I'm going to add Amaretti's Madagascar bourbon vanilla extract. I'm going to mix thoroughly, starting low and increasing speed to get high peaks.